I'm just gonna talk about the books I want to read this month. If you guys follow me, you know that I don't stick to my TBR. And my TBR is just what I want to read. So, when I fail to, stick to my TBR, I think about the month. And it's gonna be October. It is October now as of this video coming out. So, you guys already know. It is spooky season now. So the only author I'm going to read in the entirety of this month is Stephen King. There's something about his writing. I think it's because he uses very easy words. He doesn't try to be flowery. He's just elaborative. A fun fact, I modeled my own writing style kind of after him. Especially after I got a reading from one of my close friends, one of my coworkers. She suggested that not to use super big words. Maybe once or twice just to get the feel of the word, but never anything to there's a word for that. It's 7 o'clock. Give me some time. Just a word that's very rare to use in these type of situations. Something used hundreds of years ago rather than today. So I'm gonna go through what I plan on reading. First one is Pet Cemetery. I'm actually 65 pages in. So far so good. Something about this book, without spoiling it of course, is that it's kind of a slow burn so far. Of course there's something, but I can't say it. But so far. But yeah. So this is the first book I'm starting off with. And then okay, so I have 2 other books. And the reason why I have 2 is because the last TBR taught me, yeah, I don't read as fast as I think I do. I actually just want to show off these covers. So you probably haven't seen this Pet Cemetery cover. This is because it just came out. I saw this at a Barnes and Noble in Chicago, and I had to get this because, come on, look at it. Something I found is that the reprint they did of Pet Cemetery, it's gray with Actually, one sec. Alright, so it's gray with the, kind of speckled king in here. If you've read the book, you know that this book cover isn't all that accurate. And as such, I got this one because, and it's a very small detail. It's not necessarily a spoiler, but there's a cat that has green eyes. It doesn't have yellow eyes. So if that's a spoiler, I'm sorry. It shouldn't be. Okay. So the next book I want to show you guys is the new cover of The Shining. Actually, I'm gonna move this out the way so it can be front and center. It's beautiful, isn't it? I watched The Shining with my roommate and his crush at the time. Just gonna bring it all towards the middle. There we go. So yeah, The Shining, I think this is his first novel, or published novel. What can I say? The movie's good. Jack Nicholson is an icon in his own right because this is the first movie I ever saw of him in it. So that's nice. I just love this cover. It's really, really nice. But what I found is that this book is actually deceptively long. Actually, the font is pretty big, so it's not that bad. But it's about 660 pages long. To put into perspective, Cloud Cuckoo Land was about 570 plus. So this almost has 100 over it as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And if you all know me, you know that I'm gonna try to go for the big shots, I'm gonna try to go for it. I saw this book and I had to have it. This is The Stand by Stephen King. This book cover is amazing. I know it is kind of like a TV series on Stars, but I've heard from multiple sources that this is the best or the most well-written Stephen King book of all time. I've even heard people say that this book by Stephen King is their favorite without it being their favorite, if that makes sense. Like, the storytelling apparently is so well written that even though it's the best without it being people's favorite, but I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I guess you could put it in terms of, who's someone's favorite player in a sport, right? So for football, you know, like international football, you know, most people will say, well, not most now, but there was an argument between Ronaldo and Messi. And the stand is kind of an example of someone who has their own personal bias. You know, they may say, oh, I like Ronaldo, but, you know, this is just an example. I'm not trying to start beef. So, just, you know, take the analogy as it is. So, someone could like Ronaldo, but they know Messi is the most well-rounded or whatnot. This is an example of this novel. This novel doesn't get talked about, but it actually has a very, very interesting plot. It sounds very zombie apocalypse-esque. You can probably see, you know, the post-apocalyptic landscape on the cover. So yeah, actually I'm gonna leave this here. So yeah, I hope you guys like the format of this video. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any juice on the board. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next one, okay?